Hey, welcome back. It's physical science. We're still talking about forces. We just got done talking about Newton's second law. We're going to combine that with a little bit of gravity today, okay, and talk about something of making sure you understand the difference between mass and weight, okay? That you have a certain amount of mass and you have a certain amount of weight. Those are two different things, and we need to make sure that you understand that today. So the first to start off with is, you remember Newton's second law? F is equal to mass times acceleration, okay? And you also remember acceleration is Vf minus Vi divided by t. Now, when we were talking about an object that was falling, what did we do to that formula? Remember, we said that on Earth, on the planet, every object that drops gets pulled down and it accelerates at negative, because it's going downward, 9.8 meters per second per second. Okay? So every second that an object on our planet drops without air friction, every second that it drops, it will gain 9.8 meters per second every second. So, and what we did is we took that acceleration right there and we said, well, since it's 9.8, we're going to use g right there. So we're going to do the same thing as Sir Isaac Newton's formula over here, and we're going to talk about things in the vertical direction, and in particular, the Earth pulling on a mass, okay, to create that gravity. So, real quick, if we take a look at an object, let's say a box, and it's got 100 kilograms, okay? Remember, kilograms is the mass, okay? Don't forget, kilograms is the mass. Now, that box right there, what's pulling on it? We talked about the forces. What's pulling on that box? Gravity, right? Gravity is pulling down on that box in that direction right there, right? So there's this force pulling down on it, gravity. Well, now we have a way of actually calculating how much force the Earth is pulling on that mass. So, and that is called weight. Okay? So anytime you take the mass of an object and you multiply it by the acceleration of gravity, you're actually calculating how much the Earth is pulling on that mass, or its weight. Okay? So I'm going to put a little W right here to stand for weight, and that's going to be calculated by taking mass times g. So let's calculate the weight of this thing. The weight of that box is going to be the mass, 100, times gravity, which is negative 9.8. I'm going to put that in parentheses so we don't think it's 100 minus 9.8. It's 100 times negative 9.8. And that, of course, is going to be negative 980. And what's the units for force? Newtons, right? Okay, 980 newtons. So mass is the amount of material that's in an object. Weight is how much the Earth is pulling on that mass. Okay? All right. And if you have the weight of an object and they ask you to find its mass, of course you do just the opposite. Instead of multiplying by 9.8, you'll just divide by 9.8, and then you'll have the mass of it. It's good seeing you. Have a good day. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family.